Alright, today's video, we're going to take a look at the long-awaited Hot Toys Ahsoka Tano. This figure was probably my most wanted in 2021, but it got delayed and it was just released now in March of 2022. So let's see if it lives up to the long wait. In the top, you've got the extra hands, there are the extra wrist pegs, and her lightsabers and swinging blades. Got the tool for the eyeball movement. Her robe. Thermal detonator. Jedi hologram emitter, and holograms of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Yoda. She has the standard display base. A little bit of extra care there to make sure, I guess, the costume didn't get messed up. And here we go. We'll get her all unwrapped and then we'll take a look. Okay, here she is out of the box. The head sculpt is really nice. As usual, the paint looks pretty good, and it's not based off of live action, so the I guess you could say approximation of the character's likeness from season 7 of the Clone Wars is pretty good. The costume is really interesting. It's got some rubber and fabric sections, the fabric leggings, armor over the boots, and the boots are the pleather. And if you collect Hot Toys, you know to keep an eye on the ankles with their pleather. Now, she came with something that we haven't seen in quite some time. An actual waist grabber. I'm going to assume that's because of the rubber on the costume mixed with the armor plating in the back would make it hard for the normal crotch grabber. So. They're on there. Not quite the aesthetic that I was hoping for, but we'll figure something out with that. She does come with 2 pairs of left hands in addition to the ones that are already on the figure. One is like a force movement, and then a saber gripping hand, and then she comes with 3 right hands, the saber gripping hand, and then a fist, and this one, which I am going to assume is for the hologram emitter. Which the hologram emitter has the hole in it for the pegs for the individual holograms to go on it. And then her lightsabers, which have some weathering on them, perhaps from where Anakin was tinkering with them to improve them, as he says. The blades pop off and are interchangeable with the swinging effect. Now, the interesting thing is that to hang them on your belt, on her belt, sorry, you have to remove this piece here. And then it comes with some extra pieces that have a plug on the end. So on the saber, you remove the CoverTech clip, and then the pieces that will go on her hips with the protruding peg will go into that. We'll take a closer look at that right now. All right, and to demonstrate, I've already placed the piece back on her hip. There is only one way that it will attach, as the pegs are a different size. I'll show you right here. And then once you have it on there, there you go. Now to demonstrate the eyeball movement, you first have to remove her head, which is attached with a peg. And then you have to remove her face from the rest of the head. It's held in by a magnet. And then in the back, you've got the eyeball pieces. Use your tool to go in the back, and then that's good looks on this one. All right, so it's very similar to how you do the eyes on Darth Maul, with the exception that his head is held on with a magnet, and I really wish this one was too. This is going to make it a little more difficult. Even though the peg isn't that big, it's just going to make it more difficult to repose her eyes. If you could pull the back of the head off, similar to the earlier Batman figures and Heath Ledger Joker, and access it while the head is still on the body, that probably would have been nice too. There's already a seam right here, but you know, the distance to travel to get to it probably would have been greater. Now also, while I've got this off, the head tails do appear to be bendable. You will be able to pose them. They are wired and they are rubber. The downside to that, and we're going to talk about it with the arms as well, is that not sure how that's going to hold up. These feel really thick and sturdy, so I'm not as concerned about that. But since we're talking about it, let's move on to the articulation of the body. As you would expect from Hot Toys, the body is extremely articulated. You're going to get a lot of poses out of it. However, these seamless arms that they put on her, Hot Toys does not have a good track record with them. They have a tendency to split at the elbows. So if you do put her in some extreme poses, I would not leave her in those poses for very long. They're nice and tight and they hold the pose, but I worry about how it's going to manage over time. The ankles do not seem to be restricted in any way by the armor. So yeah, you'll get some great poses with her. All right, here we've got her cloak on her. Now, there are is a snap right here in the front. However, in the instruction booklet, Hot Toys recommends that you remove her head like you would to change her eyes, and place the back of the head through the opening of the hood, and then place the robe back, or the head back on the body. The robe has a wire running through the front that goes all the way around the hood, and sometimes these turn out well, sometimes they do not. Looking at you, Phantom Menace Darth Maul. But in this case, it works really well. It looks good. It's tight around the head tails where it needs to be, and has a good look. There's a little pockets there for the top of her head, and it looks pretty good on her. And the hand that she comes with to hold the hologram emitter holds it really tight. So quite like that. Unlike, you know, Qui-Gon, who it just kind of rested in his open palm, she actually grips it, and it's not really going anywhere. I really enjoy the Anakin hologram that came with it, though I do not believe she ever spoke to Anakin via hologram once she's wearing this costume in Season 7. She spoke to him in person, but not via hologram. But I still like it. It's my favorite one that came with her. And it also works to hold the thermal detonator that she comes with. Alright, so there we have it. Hot Toys Ahsoka Tano 1/6 scale figure. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I do have concerns about the arms and possibly the head tails. I also feel like these little CoverTech clips are going to be lost very easily, so I'll probably just keep them in the box. But I'm still thrilled. Hasbro did a Forces of Destiny Ahsoka Tano a few years back, and that really, I guess, could be considered the first 6 scale Ahsoka Tano, but this is the first real nice, excellent Hot Toys Ahsoka. And we do have another one coming later this year based off of Rosario Dawson's appearance in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm looking forward to Darth Maul from Season 7 of The Clone Wars to also go with Ahsoka here. But none of those are my most anticipated figure for this year. And I can't wait to get that one, which I'll let you know when I do that review. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it's been a long time since I've posted one. I have gotten some other Hot Toys in the past couple months that weren't new, so I didn't know if I should review them or not. And they are also from the Marvel Universe, not Star Wars. But let me know if you want to see them. I got Spider-Man, Cap, and Netflix Daredevil, which is one of my favorite figures ever. So if you want to see it, let me know. Maybe I'll do a flashback or throwback review of him. So please like and subscribe, and hopefully it won't be as long before I see you again.